Hello, dear parents. So good to see you all. Happy New Year. It's been so long, but I am back. This is Aunty Etima from the Girls Hub, and today I bring you good news. I always watch your back. Your daughter's well being, yeah, is my number one goal. And so I want to welcome you from Instagram, from YouTube, and from everywhere you'll be joining or watching this video from. Today we're starting a series, a brief 10-day series on my daughter in the diaspora. Over the years, I've worked with girls. Many of them, a huge chunk of them, are coming from the girls in the diaspora. Their challenges, their problems, and their struggles have pushed me to keep creating solutions, okay? To keep creating programs and products to help them, to support them, to be there for them. You know, from the parent angle, you want the best for your children, okay? You find an opportunity and you take off. You move from your home country to your host country, many times for greener pastures, for a better standard of living, etc. However, your daughters struggle. This is the truth. I hear parents say things like, after all the sacrifices I've made, how can you do this? How can you? I know, right? I get it. So, what do we do? I am in the gang of solutions. It's not enough for us to complain, it's not enough for us to whine. The point is, what can we do to help these girls? Yes, my team member is just trying to distract me. We're talking about today, of course, we're starting off with, why does my daughter get bullied often? Maybe your daughter is not even telling you she's getting bullied, but she's getting bullied. And I am going to share why. You know, um, when it comes to bullying, when it comes to bullying, a lot of times parents are unempathic. I know that I've heard parents say things like, after you know after how I have groomed you, I did not groom you to be a jellyfish. I didn't groom you to be a soft girl that is just they can just bully anyhow. Why would you allow them bully you? Please, she is not allowing them bully her. It's just happening. She's finding herself in a circumstance, a happenstance, like we say in Nigeria, and this is her experience. I'm going to share with us three major reasons, three major factors why our daughters get bullied, so that you can watch out. Okay, that's the aim of this conversation. You're supposed to watch out for these things so you can help your daughters. If your daughters are not yet being bullied, let these things also help you. If your daughter is not yet in the US, in the UK, is not yet abroad, but you're planning to go there, watch out for these three reasons so that you can equip her. All the work we do at the Girls Hub is empowerment. Is empowerment. Because once a girl can connect with her superpowers, you would have less struggles and troubles. But up until then, the self-silencing behavior, the people-pleasing behavior, the boot-licking behavior will become a norm. So I want you to take note of these things. We're going to go off. I mean, this class is just, or this life is just a few minutes. Number one reason why our daughters get bullied is because of cultural differences. Because your daughter is different from the people in her host country, she is susceptible to being bullied. She is at risk of being bullied. She's different. Have you not noticed that people only bully people that are different? A new girl comes to the class, they bully the person. A fat girl or the fattest girl, maybe the person that is coming in is the fattest, she gets bullied. The person that is the darkest gets bullied. People are always bullied for being different. That is the truth. So your daughter is black. I mean, I've had so many girls in the girls hub, and by the way, shout out to all my girls hub parents, my super moms and super dads. Shout out to you. I hope you're taking care of my queen daughters very well. Yeah, that's your only work. Please do it well. Now, I've had girls, my queen daughters, share with me at Etima, I am the only black girl in the whole school. Like seriously. I've had some of them say I am the only black girl in the block or on the block. The whole form. So let's say you have um grade 10. I'm the only black girl in the whole of grade 10. Some of them are the only black girls in the class. Some of the schools, there are only two or three. Your daughter is going to get bullied. She's going to get bullied, especially if she's not very confident. The fact that her way of dressing, the way we dress in Nigeria or in Africa, is different from the way they dress there, she's going to get bullied. The fact that she eats food that is not what they eat, she's going to get bullied. The fact that her values are different from that of her host country, she is going to get bullied. So just know that being different, standing out, and just having a way of life that is different from the host nation, the host culture, makes your daughter a target. Stop saying things like, how can you be allowing them to bully you? We're talking about one out of a lot. It's not going to be easy. Even you as an adult, you know how you feel when you go to a place and you are the only one. I mean, it's one of my when I started to talk with the girls, and prop them up and build their capacity and their confidence. One of them went back to her school and introduced cultural day where she would bring jollof rice. She said the first time, of course, everybody gave her that look like, what rubbish. By the time they were doing it in 2024, she said everyone in school wanted to taste jollof rice. Is no longer different, it's no longer odd. So when you go and you try to make your daughters to blend in, of course there's a place of blending in, of adapting. And by the way, we have a free resource for you. We have a free resource for everyone that lives in the diaspora, that is Nigerian or African. You don't get to pay for anything. It's an adaptation assessment resource. So you're going to look through that resource and check and see that your daughters are adapting. Check and see how well they're adapting. Okay, that resource is coming to you for free immediately after this class. Okay, so that's how they decide to eat jollof rice in a school in UK, because of my queen daughter. But up until then, it was weird. Way of dressing was weird to the host country, etc. So please ensure that you teach your daughters to take pride in their culture, even though they are being culturally intelligent. And this is what we're teaching at the diaspora class. We're teaching our girls to be culturally intelligent. Accept the food, the way of life of your host country, but do not lose your uniqueness as a Nigerian, as an African. Do not miss it, do not lose it. Okay, help them also develop responses to curiosity or teasing. They're going to be like, really? Is that what happens in Nigeria, in Africa? Your daughter should be ready. Those awkward moments, those weird responses from people in her host country, she must not be surprised. Why is she surprised? Begin to teach her about cultural identity and belonging. This is what we're doing, at the class in 10 days' time. We're teaching your daughters how to accept their individuality and their identity, their uniqueness as Nigerians and Africans. So that even though they are blending into or settling into the country of their host, they are not losing their identity. When a girl loses her identity, she begins to float. That's the word. She just begins to float everywhere. Now, number two reason why your daughter gets bullied is because of her accent. Yep. Speaking differently makes them targets. Speaking differently makes them different. It sometimes makes them feel inferior. So I noticed that many of my queen daughters in the UK, in the US, some of them have just gone. They're already speaking funny. I get it. I get it. I'm not upset. I know what is happening. They are trying to. They are trying to catch up. They are trying to meet up. Yeah, I know that if you don't speak in that way, with that accent, sometimes the host country girls or peers don't hear them. So the girl has to now change and start speaking. You know what I mean? But please, especially at home, let our daughters be comfortable speaking like a Nigerian. Teach your daughters your language if you can. Yesterday, I was having a session with one of my girls in the girls' hall, and she was saying that a particular boy in her school in the US abuses her in Yoruba. I had such a good laugh. No, I was not laughing at the session, but when I was done, I had a good laugh. She said, Aunty Chima, he's insulting me Yoruba because he knows that only two of us can hear Yoruba. So it's just me he's talking to. I know what he's saying. It was so funny to me because I know, right? But I was excited that the parents of those two children have taken their time to teach their children their native language. So, yes, the accent thing is the reason why they get bullied. Let your daughters know that their accent is a sign of diversity, not inferiority. It's not a sign of inferiority. Because you speak in British accent and I speak in Nigerian accent, doesn't make me inferior to you. It just makes me different from you. So, yes, your daughters must understand that, and they must not force themselves to try to speak in that accent. Because you know what? The girls in the host country know that your daughter is forming the accent. So it makes them even bully them the more. Okay? What you can do, parents, is you can expose your daughter to environments that have different kinds of accents. Indians, Pakistans, Arabians, people from the Middle East, people from the Far East. Just get so that the host country citizens don't feel like your daughter must blend or speak in their own accent. Okay? Encourage your daughters to practice clear speech. Let them not lose their unique voice. Please. It is very, very important. Let them come and speak clear, clean. They don't have to. Sometimes the Nigerian girls, I don't even hear what they are saying. Me, I don't hear what they are saying again. And you just left. It's not up to 1 year. I can't hear you. It's a problem. They don't feel good, really. That's the truth. All right, number 3, finally for today. Your daughter is getting bullied because sometimes the people in the host country assume that because she's from Nigeria and she's from Africa, automatically she's poor, she's uneducated, she's a low life. You know the way the media has portrayed Nigeria and Africa as a place of death. They just feel like if you're from Nigeria, suffering and poverty is your middle name. So when they see people from there, that's what they say. Do you know that they still think, some of them in these host countries still think that Nigerians are living in caves, are living in the jungle. They still till date, because of what the media, because of what people are even Nigerians ourselves, because of what we are showing. These people have looked down on us so much that when we relocate there, when we move there, they begin to look at our daughters as people that are less privileged. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, they are billionaires, they are millionaires, they are doing well, they are above average. But once they get there, they automatically just drop you. Of course, sometimes you see the way you see some jobs that Nigerian parents do, African parents do. It further get the host country children to think that Nigerians are just good for low life. They are the ones that do the dirty jobs. They are the ones that do the low jobs. They are the low lives. And they just begin to look at our daughters with that eye. We must teach our girls that those are called stereotypes and they are not true. share stories of Nigerian and African, women and men that have broken barriers, that are doing great things. Don't let them just look at their host country, no, as their country of origin, as a poor, nothing good to write home about kind of country. This is why our children need to understand current affairs. Let them know, let them understand international, what's happening in the international scene, so that they get to know that, okay, so we too in Nigeria, we do great things, we do amazing things. Share these stories, talk about these things. Okay, let them know that in Nigeria, a lot of good can come out of us. All right, so I'm going to stop here for now. Like I said, we're having the Girls in Diaspora class coming up in about 10 days' time, 15th to 16th of February. You have a daughter that is 6 years old upwards, 9 years old upwards, 13 years old upward. Please register them for that class so that we can empower and equip them to be more confident, even though they live in another country called their host country. Okay, details of how to register would be in the comments, be somewhere around this video. Please take advantage, send that message, send these videos to your family, friends, loved ones. Don't let their daughters get to that stage where they are totally broken. Okay, where they just want to come back home because of how terrible they feel out there. My name is Aunty Etima, and I am so happy to have done come live today. I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow same time. And yes, nobody said hello. Like, is that how you guys are? Nobody said hello, nobody said happy new year, nobody said anything. You guys just stroll by. Please, can you say something in the comments so that I know that you were here? Thank you so much. Please, our pages were pulled down last year, but we're coming back and we're building them again. Instagram, especially, and Facebook, those two. Please get your daughters, friends, parents to join. Aha, I see Mrs. Okorafor. Thank you, ma'am. So good to see you. Encourage your friends to follow us on YouTube. On YouTube, we have a lot of resources for your daughters themselves. Yes, we have a lot of resources for your daughters. Let them come in there. Every Friday, we post a heart-to-heart conversation for them. Every day, we try to do a mind tonic series that just, gives them something to learn every single day. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.